Donald Trump Donald Trump wanted American cities to be training grounds, and ICE listened. In Chicago, in the middle of the night, federal agents stormed an apartment building. Black Hawk helicopters, flashbangs, military-style trucks, all used in the raid. Now, witnesses say everyone was detained, no matter their status. Children were zip-tied together, separated from their parents. And the feds say that they arrested dozens of gang members. Also in the city, Charlie Kirk's group was given a front row seat to a raid inside a Walmart.
Amazing. Secretary Noem was here. They rolled up a couple of guys, and it's rowdy. There's a lot of people around. Everyone's filming. The Secretary of Homeland Security is right now doing raids at Walmart.
So, as forewarned, I mean, we have a situation in which American cities are at the center of this ICE crackdown, and there's indiscriminate use of force against Americans, non-Americans, people here legally, people here illegally. And on the right, nobody seems to care. In fact, they love it.
I saw a video from a local station in Chicago, and residents of a community there were describing an ICE raid and like what they saw. Two things struck me. One, they were talking about things that happened to them. They were talking about how they were treated in this ICE raid. These are the people that, I guess, by virtue of being born here in America, are entitled to being treated like human beings. The second thing is that they were all black. And I'm going to say something. We saw this coming. We knew the neighborhoods where these ICE raids would take place. We knew that a lot of these things wouldn't happen in Beverly Hills or in Coconut Grove or any of those places like that. We knew that there would be collateral damage, that there would be trauma that would be inflicted on our communities. We knew that people would be detained, scared. We knew that children would have to see things that they shouldn't have to see. And all of this for political theater so that we look tough on immigration for everyone. It's a horror show. And
Okay. Well, you heard it. Okay. You heard it. Let's go get Jeremiah chapter 15, verse 6. Okay. Salakia, let's start up some. Jeremiah chapter 15, verse 5. For who shall have pity upon thee, O Jerusalem? Or who shall bemoan thee? Or who shall go aside to ask how thou doest? Right? NLT. Who will feel sorry for you, Jerusalem? Who will weep for you? Who will even bother to ask you how you are? You have abandoned me and turned your back on me, says the Lord. Therefore I will raise my fist to destroy you. I am tired of always giving you another chance. And the Most High, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, has had enough of his own people and their goddamn godless, stupid bullshit. Let's go to Ezekiel chapter 9. Okay. Verse 5. Okay, let's go some context first, right? Ezekiel chapter 9, verse 3. And the glory of the God of Israel, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, was gone up from the cherub whereupon he was to the threshold of the house. And he called to the man clothed with linen, which had the writer's inkhorn by his side. And the Lord said unto him, Go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. All praises to the Most High, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Yahweh Kakwadash. Double honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone for pushing 100% truth to rule well. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. Shalom. This is Montazah Lacham. I was watching the brother Ishayar, the elder Ishayar, Ishayar of down in North Carolina, GMS All Precepts 144 on his channel. I was watching and see what was going on with that, and I was like, wow, when the fuck did they do this? So clearly this has just happened sometime this week. I think it was the brother said it was Tuesday or Wednesday of this week. Today is just I'm just now making this video on Saturday. Okay, I'm using the information in this video, fair use, simply for commentary, news reporting, and educational purposes only. I am not using it for any monetary gain. I got a job. Don't know for how much longer I'm going to have a job, but for right now, I got a job. So I ain't trying to make no money off of this video. I just want to inform my people it's time to repent, okay? Because it kind of sounds and looks like to me that 2/3 of our people are caught up in their own lot. This is their lot, man. Okay. Verse 5. Ezekiel chapter 9, verse 5. And to the others he said in mine hearing, go ye after him through the city and smite. Let not your eyes spare, neither have ye pity. Slay utterly old and young, both maids and little children and women, but come not near any man upon whom is the mark, and begin at my sanctuary. Then they began at the ancient men which were before the house. Now, on the brother Ishayar's video, Salakia for the interruption, right? And he said unto them, defile the house and fill the courts with the slain. Go ye forth. And they went forth and slew in the city. And it came to pass while they were slaying them, and I was left, that I fell upon my face and cried and said, Ah, Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, wilt thou destroy all the residue of Israel in thy pouring out of thy fury upon Jerusalem? Okay. Then he said unto me, the iniquity of the house of Israel and Judah is exceeding great, and the land is full of blood. Now, they had a truck full of black people, so-called black people. Then they had a truck full of illegal immigrants, right? That's the house of Israel, the immigrants, and the house of Judah, the blacks, so-called, right? And the land is full of blood, right? They're in Chicago. They up there killing each other like it's going out of style, no problem. You know, we got switches. Okay, so ICE went in there to show you, fuck you and your switches. You gotta get your ass in this truck, blow your brains out. Okay, now Stephen Miller and what's his name? Peter Keg's Breath, you know, because he's a recovering alcoholic, right? This motherfucker is unleashed the police forces of Memphis, Tennessee, unleashed the police forces of Portland, Oregon, unleashed the police forces of LA, okay, which lets ICE do whatever the fuck they want to do. They just showed a video. I think I can pull it up. ICE runs over individual in the street, just ran him over as they was taking off. I'm like, God damn, they just run people over in the fucking street. I mean, see, they're doing this shit without impunity, man. They don't have any, there's no consequences. They remove the consequences for their actions out of the equation. That's the reason why these devils are doing exactly what they want to do, right? And the land is full of blood, and the city full of perverseness, for they say the Lord hath forsaken the earth, and the Lord seeth not. See? He said unto me, the sins of the people of Israel and Judah are very, very great. The entire land is full of murder. The city is filled with injustice. They are saying the Lord doesn't see it. The Lord has abandoned the land. So I will not spare them or have any pity on them. I will fully repay them for all that they have done. See? And this is basically what's going on, man. And, you know, these people, they don't get it. 2/3 of our people do not understand. Okay? They ain't got a fucking clue. Right? Jeremiah chapter 2, verse 11. Has any nation ever traded its gods for new ones, even though they are not gods at all? Yet my people have exchanged their glorious God, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, for worthless idols. Okay? That's the reason why the Most High is doing this thing, man. Be astonished, O ye heavens, at this, and be horribly afraid. Be ye very desolate, saith the Lord. For my people have committed two evils. They have forsaken me, the fountain of living waters, and hewed them out cisterns, broken cisterns that can hold no water. Okay? For my people have done two evil things. They have abandoned me, the fountain of living water, and they have dug for themselves cracked cisterns that can hold no water at all. They worship Caesarea Borgia, We're going to see if Cesare Borgia, a.k.a. Jesus Christ, going to come save your ass out of the hand of these goddamn wicked devils that are going to exterminate you, okay? Jeremiah chapter 2, verse 19. Thine own wickedness shall correct thee, and thy backsliding shall reprove thee. Know therefore and see that it is an evil thing and bitter that thou hast forsaken the Lord thy God, and that my fear is not in thee, saith the Lord of hosts. Right? So the Most High, is definitely pissed off, okay? Right? Verse 21. Yet I planted thee a noble vine, a holy right seed. How then art thou turned into the degenerate plant and a strange vine unto me? You see all of these little gangbangers up there saying they got switches, and you got chicks pussy popping, and they having all of these deals in the middle of the street where they just take over an entire city block and start having burning rubber in circles and shit, and people start shooting at each other. Okay, for though thou wash thee with niter and take thee much soap, yet thine iniquity is marked before me, saith the Lord. So, the Most High is pissed off, man. And 2/3 of our people, they love these Edomite Caucasians, right? Why trimmest thou thy way to seek love? Therefore hast thou taught the wicked ones thy ways, right? How you plot and scheme to win your lovers. Even an experienced prostitute can learn from you. God is mad, man. You motherfuckers don't understand. Okay. Jeremiah chapter 30, verse 6. Ask ye now and see whether a man doth travail with child. Wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins as a woman in travail, and all faces are turned into paleness. Okay? And that's basically what's going on. Our people are scared to fucking death. They don't know what to do. They don't know what's going on. Okay, hold on. Let me see if I can get that video back. Okay, hold on. Let me see if I can get that video back. I had it. Okay. Yeah.
Dozens of federal agents surrounded an apartment building in Chicago's South Shore neighborhood this morning. The area is bracing for a potential military deployment as immigration officials conduct raids. Federal agents at the apartment building were seen wearing military gear. A neighbor said people were screaming, there were loud bangs and pops, and he saw 2 people detained. Dozens of armed federal agents have been seen patrolling streets in downtown Chicago in recent days. In a news conference Monday, Governor J.B. Pritzker denounced the intensified federal presence. He says the Homeland Security Department wants to deploy 100 military service members to Illinois.
President Trump is ordering a
Okay, hold on.
review of Oregon's federal funding as Antifa chaos continues in Portland.
Meanwhile, radical agitators have spent nearly 100 nights straight laying siege outside the city's ICE facility.
Chandler Painter is here with all the details.
Okay, so now, okay, I mean, all this is going to come down to is civil war between the peoples, man. Okay, that's what's going to happen. Okay, let me go get, okay, because I had some stuff in here. Check this out. Let me see if I can find. Okay. I typed in a deal concerning Jade Helm. Right? This is the question I asked. What is Jade Helm, and how will this correlate to the implementation of the Noahide laws in order to silence dissent? Right? What Jade Helm 15 actually was a U.S. military training exercise conducted from July 15th to September 15, 2015, across several southern states, including Texas, Arizona, New Mexico, Utah, and others. The official purpose, a U.S. Army Special Operations Command joint exercise to test unconventional warfare tactics. It involved elite units such as the Green Berets, Navy SEALs, Air Force Special Operators. The goal was to simulate operating in foreign environments, including blending in with civilian populations and practicing logistics and coordination across multiple terrains. The facts: no martial law or domestic policing was enacted. The training was conducted with cooperation from local governments. It ended without incident or civilian detentions. Okay? So what do you see the difference as far as it's correlating between what happened then and what's happening now? Okay? It's ending with civilian detentions. Okay? It is being conducted without cooperation from local governments. okay, soft martial law or domestic policing is enacted through ICE. See? Why did it become controversial? Public concern grew to leaking planning maps labeling certain U.S. states as hostile or permissive, lack of clear public communication early on, fears that it was a cover for martial law, gun confiscation, or FEMA camp operations. Right? That's basically what's happening. These rumors spread rapidly on social media, and with many believing it was a test run for domestic control or population control tracking using new technologies. What type of new technology do you think they would use? The bio-entry exit tracking system, which we need desperately, right? Let me see if I can find that. The Donald Trump speech on entry exit tracking systems, right? Boom. Right? Hold on. Let's listen to what he has to say. Boom.
Number 8, we will finally complete the biometric entry exit visa tracking system.
Hold on.
Number 8, we will finally complete the biometric entry exit visa tracking system, which we need desperately. For years, Congress has required biometric entry exit visa tracking systems, but it has never been completed. The politicians are all talk, no action, never happens, never happens. Hillary Clinton, all talk. Unfortunately, when there is action, it's always the wrong decision. Do you ever notice? In my administration, we will ensure that this system is in place. And I will tell you, it will be on land, it will be on sea, it will be in air. We will have a proper tracking system.
Okay. This is what the fuck they're planning, man. Okay. Boom. Okay. Hold on. Where was we at, man? Okay. I was finna look. Okay. Okay. Right. These rumors spread rapidly on social media, with many believing that it was a test run for domestic control or population tracking using new technologies. Noahide laws and what they are and aren't. The Noahide laws are 7 moral laws derived from a rabbinic-ish tradition said to be given by Yahweh to Noah for all humankind. They include prohibitions against idolatry, murder, theft, sexual immorality, blasphemy, eating the flesh of a living animal, and a command to establish courts of justice. Factually, they are not part of U.S. law. Donald Trump, Donald Trump switched from Judeo-Christianity and converted to Judaism in 2017. I just put a video up on that. That was the last video I put up before I had to go to work. Okay? And take care of other things, of course. But yeah. In 1991, the U.S. Congress passed Public Law 102-14, which honors these principles as part of the country's moral heritage. It does not make them enforceable or binding law. Bullshit. Under Donald Trump, this is what he wants to do, because Donald Trump has already stated that he wants to bring back the gallows, which is public hanging, public execution by firing squad, decapitation. Okay? He already said this. This is part of his the horse he rode in on into the presidency that he's currently in now. He's basically taken off where he left off from his last presidency. Okay? No movement within the U.S. law or the Israeli government has legislative authority over U.S. citizens regarding them. Wanna bet? Benjamin Nothing Not a Jew, actually, a.k.a. Bibi Malkowski, or what, Malkowski, whatever his goddamn last name is, okay, tells Donald Trump exactly what to fucking do. They're pissed off at the fact that they're losing their power, they're losing their power, and everything else over the people. Okay? Jade Helm was a test of domestic control systems to identify dissenters. Future global governance systems might use laws like the Noahide Law principles or UN frameworks to suppress opposition, especially religious dissent. Okay, this is exactly what the fuck they're doing, man. They're going through to try to find us, the apostles and elders of Great Millstone and other righteous men standing up against their goddamn evil, wicked ass fucking plans, right? Jade Helm and the Noahide laws. However, there's no verified connection between Jade Helm and the Noahide laws or between either of those and actual U.S. legal enforcement mechanisms, right? Right? What's actually worth watching? Even if Jade Helm wasn't a secret plot, it revealed something real. Growing militarization of domestic space under the banner of training. Information warfare. The public's distrust of official communication led to massive online speculation. The increasing use of AI-driven data mapping and civilian monitoring in exercises like Jade Helm, which can be concerning for privacy and civil liberties. Okay? So the real world takeaway isn't Jade Helm equals Noahide law enforcement, but rather governments worldwide are building systems of surveillance and control that could someday be used to suppress dissent, not through Jade Helm or Noahide religious law specifically. Bullshit. Lying motherfucking snake. So yeah, that's basically what's going on, y'all. I just wanted to let y'all know, you know, that, yep, we know what you're doing. You godless devils.
Dozens of federal agents surrounded an apartment denounced the intensified federal presence. He says the Homeland Security Department wants to deploy 100 military service members to Illinois.
At Granger,
okay,
we're for the ones who pay attention to every little detail.
Okay. Let's see. Where's that one? What's this? Yeah, see? Okay. Salaki.